All right, I want to blend these strokes in. So I've got my number 10. See that? Just disappearing the beginnings of each of these strokes. It only takes a second to do that, but it's the right thing to do. Okay, now, since we're working with the body, let's go down to the foot. And here we have to use our white. So I'm going to clean the brush. And I want to come over here, grab some white. And I'm going to grab just a bit of the gray, not much. Just enough to dull it down. Cut the brilliant, make it look like it's in shadow a bit. Whoops, that was the wrong color. This is the right color. See that? All right, now we got the right color. Go ahead, dip a bit. Right into the medium, clean your brush. The reason I clean my brush is I want to control just how much paint is on the brush. Okay, again, what's happening is the foot is dropping down to here and then it's going sideways, okay? So watch this. These are the long strokes. And then right between the toes. Now, we also have to pull some of it out and up like this. You know? So we're pulling some out into the background and then up into the darker body, hair or fur. Alrighty, that's pretty much it. See that? See the shadows of where it's bending and so forth. Alright, so let's do it again over here. See? Working it in back and forth. This is what I call the in and out stroke. Going into the black and out of it real quick. Alrighty. Grab a little bit more of the paint and just figure out where the toes are, and there you go. Sometimes with these cats with the white paws, you don't see too much because if they're long-haired, it's just kind of hiding most of it. Alright. It's a little bit flat about right there. Okay, let's move to the back one. Grab a little medium, not much, just a little bit. Okay, and there we are. Just bring that on down. See that? How alright. And then over. Flatten it on the foot level. And then almost like a little waterfall. And take your brush and do the in and out stroke at the southpaw border. Now over here we're not going to see anything because this is, I'm sorry, we will. So let's go ahead and do that. Sometimes you can be right, sometimes you can be wrong with your assessment. Okay, now let's get the darker, or the brush, that number 10, and I want to push a little bit more the color that's back there onto this, just so that I have strokes, but that they're not too powerful, because I want this black cat to be subtle in its view of the hairs. Okay, and what I mean by that is I want to see the hairs, but I don't want them to be the only thing I see. So I'm just blending them down. A little bit of that darker color. Okay, now let's go from the chin and do the white around the body. Let me show you this. We're still going to use this color, but now I want a little bit lighter gray. So I'll just take some white, mix it in with that gray. This is gray white, but this is grayer white. So a little more. There we go. Let's show you what we're going to do. What we're going to do is separate the chin from the chest. So there's the cat's chin, there's this mouth, and there's this chin. See that? I'm just coming right around just like that. Now I'm going to take my brush, wipe it with the paper towel, and then we're going to put in these long hairs, see? Long, long strokes. Just like that. All right, now let's go ahead, clean the brush. Because this is a long-haired cat, I want to do the lower chest area in white before I do the cheeks. So let's go over to the palette. This is my number 4 brush, and I'm coming in here, and we have a little gray already in this white. So let's go ahead and load the brush up, and let's come right down here. Now the first area I'm concerned about is to the right or the left of the nose. Okay, so we'll just come right in here, see, and just put in some white, just like that. And then let's go ahead and it's long strokes, so go ahead and put those long, long strokes in. Bring them right down to the black. And we're going right around. See how long the strokes are that I'm doing? Now, let's reload again. So, come back up here, a little bit of water, a little bit of medium. These are water mixable oils, so water is my medium. See that? See how nice that is? See that little liquid flowing stroke? That's what you want to do. Just kind of a curve to the right. Alrighty, let's wipe out. Take a little bit more. There's just a few more strokes that I want to make here. Okay, with that done, we've got the left side done. Let's start up here and first just get just a tiny amount of that white. Now I think we're gonna need more. So see this? This is too bright. Too bright. A little bit of medium, or a little bit of the Payne's gray and brown mixture. And that starts to dull down very nicely. Okay, so there we are. And again, I want to do long strokes here. See that? Long, long, long. And we're coming up underneath. See, this was the shadow area. So we're going to leave that still. A little more color, a little more medium. Come right in here. And all I'm doing is just filling this area up with a lot of the thinned white. Not really doing much detail at this point. Okay, now with that done, I'm going to go ahead and clean off my brush. Now notice over here where we went and we did those long strokes. See, we got to go up into the fur on the face itself. See that? That's what I call my push and pull. All right, and we now have push and pull here. See that? The black comes to the white goes into the black. That's your push and pull. Okay, now, a little more medium. And we want to start to really push out. See that? That's why we had to have the black done before we started doing the chest. Again, this requires a bit of medium. We want a very thin paint doing this. Oh, nice and easy. Didn't take any time at all. All right, let's go ahead, get some more of the white. And again, long strokes down here. Just blending that up top. Somehow it just didn't have the right look to it. Again, long strokes. Coming right up to the edge. We're not really going to stroke outside the edge just yet, but we're getting very close. Now we're going to be doing. See that? Okay, go ahead, get a little bit more medium, just more of that nice bright white. Yeah, see, that's how easy it is to do. Okay, and then just go ahead and tap in the back, just making it nice and soft. Okay, now we have just a little bit more to do around the cheek. So I'll take some more white, right here, a little bit of this gray, just to gray it down a bit. Medium. And here we go. This is our cat's cheeks, right like that. So we'll do these long strokes right towards the lips. See that? And then now watch. See? Okay, with that, we're ready to go to tomorrow's, which is the final detail. So let's stand back and see what we have. Well, we have Fancy here, and Fancy's almost, I would say, about 85–90% there. And so what we want to do is keep going and adding the final touches. Okay, let's take a look at the eyes. Right around the eyes, we need a little bit darker colored. So I'm going to grab my number 2 brush, and I will get some of the burnt umber, not a lot, and a little bit of the black. Okay, now we'll go ahead, we got a little bit of medium here, bring that over, and that's a little on the brown side, so we'll just go ahead, we just want a little bit of brown, burnt umber. And now we have the dark, so let's come up here and see what we need to do. Okay, so we have a bit of a light spot, which is right there, but the thing we want to reinforce is this dark coming right around. It's a very, very sharp dark that goes right over the top of that cat. So that's looking good. And the same thing on the other side. So we'll come along right here. See that? And bring that dark, nice and dark. If it's not flowing, load a little more medium.